Hello everyone and welcome back to our beaver colony. Starting out on this fine morning watching all our little beavers go to work. Look at them running around. On this episode, we're going to try and be a little less disruptive to the beaver life. Maybe just do some cleanup of messes and set up some foundations for the future. So if the last episode was all about getting weird, then this episode, we're getting normal. Before everything gets too complicated, I'm going to go ahead and start over here and quickly get rid of that maple and okay. I just had those there for quicker planting just for the time being. So we got to replant those now so that, well, whatever. It's self-explanatory, I feel like. I want to just take a moment at the beginning of the episode to chat about our problems that are coming up. And it's mainly related to this beautiful, beautiful setup of metal crunching. All the crunching of metal costs an insane amount of wood. Because each of these smelters is burning wood, and on top of that, it's being powered by engines which themselves are burning wood. And it's probably going to drive us fairly negative in our wood production. Obviously, we did set up this for that very specific reason, but I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough. I mean, it probably is, but I don't know. So I'm basically in my brain, I'm thinking like, what else can we do and utilize more space for wood growing that would, make sense? And basically I was thinking about here. And my thought process is, so the way that the path system works, like this whole front area, our Jurassic Tree Park area, is really cool. And it's obviously cool. We like it. We think it's awesome. But it's actually not in a super efficient location. Mostly because we're wasting a lot of like area where building access is happening, if that makes sense. Because like water tanks, for instance, or any other building, they require a path to them. Whereas something like a forest, like if we use this area as an example, the path only goes to there, but that doesn't limit this area's effectiveness. These lumberjacks reach all the way to the back and can reach this whole giant area. They just need to reach the actual road and the line themselves. But they have their own range and they can reach further than that. So it's about utilizing buildings like that at the edge of our range for like a much, much grander and broader use of space. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So like we had a forest up here, and if we put another one there, it doesn't make sense because all of this space is able to be utilized by other buildings really, really well because we have a path up here. Same as this. Like putting a forest here wouldn't make sense because farmhouses, temples, other stuff, like that stuff needs reach. So I was looking around the map and basically I came to this area. It's either this area or the other side here, which are really the only places where we could reach, but are also on the edge of our reach and are close to water. So basically I want to blow this hill down. That was a lot of talking for, it's already like, I used up a whole day. Look, the sun is setting based upon how much I was talking. So we want to blow this down a little bit, and I want to build a staircase in back to see how far we can go. We should be able to go pretty far. So like if we build like a logging camp over here and we build some sort of water greenery spreading situation, then we should be able to farm all this. This is not a good indicator right now because this back tank has water in it and it's not always going to have water. But so that's my thought. That's where my brain's going. That's kind of, I want to have more usage of the map space without necessarily wasting quality space. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. All right, so step one of my plan. My plan is, first of all, you got to get rid of that. So here's the thing. This has been bugging me for a while, and I kind of want to just deal with it now. So we're taking this. Luckily, we went down 5 levels here, or whatever, two extra, which perfectly lines up with taking 1 level out on this side. I think that's right. Yes. So once we blow this down one more time, this ground will line up with that ground, and it actually worked pretty well. ever since we decided to go back up here and we built this, the way that this worked out, it's really been bugging me that this is sticking out. I know I pushed it out further originally so that more green space would spread that way, but I don't care. It's bothering me, and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix that. That's all. That's my story for this section. They should be able to reach all of it, I think. And then part 2 of the same plan is to just blow this whole thing down. We need a road. Okay. And we're going to blow this down 1 level. And then we're going to build a staircase and back over here. And I'm just curious about what we're able to reach. All right. So that's the plan. That's the big plan. I know it's not really much of a plan, but that's what I got. The other part of this possible plan involved this area, but we just built it. And I was staring at it and I was trying to think of other things to do to it, and I don't know. I feel like you guys would just hate me if I just like built things and then just instantly destroyed them. But also like I couldn't really achieve my plan for this. Like I don't know. I'm being very vague because I don't want people telling me like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, and then I'm like, oh god, I don't actually want to do it. You know? Yeah. The other thing that I kind of wanted to do, which I wasn't sure about, but it was mentioned in the comments, and I figured, yeah, what the hell. So we're gonna raise up a level over here, and I did try building this up, but I wasn't digging it. But we are gonna do like a single level up, and then do storage on that side, like that, right? Just so it matches, like the wall here. The floor, the ground, whatever the hell it is. and that's all. That's all. We're going to do that. And then this can still store or have industry of some sort. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And we can even do desired none before they're even built. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm actually going to get rid of the staircase here. Because we can just do that with the top floor. And it's unnecessary. And then that way this goes all the way around. So then, you know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Some amazing performance there, huh? There's a beaver sleeping underneath the jacuzzi area? Who is that? Why are you down? Like, how drunk were you they fell through the floor? MJ, H2? Good God, you're not even old enough to drink. What are you doing? What are you doing? You passing out under, like, what, why are you even down there? That's the question. I don't understand. You have homes. Everyone's got a home. I don't understand. I'm gonna delete these stairs. Even if I need them later, they're bothering me now. Probably should have got rid of them ages ago. I don't know why they're still there. Alright. Maybe there's a road also. Fun fact, this area is where I figured out the modular platform tank thing for the Moro system.
Are you ready? Are you guys ready for Tip Time with Moro? Oh, it's Tip Time with Moro time.
It's been a while. On today's episode, how to keep power going but save labor on Tip Time. Tip Time with Moro. So we're gonna do a little checklist. A checklist of how to have free labor power with less labor. I don't know. Okay. Checklist time. Step 1. Have engines. Done. Step 2. Have haulers. Done. Step 3. And this is a crucial step. Set your engines to lowest workplace priority. Step 4. Profit. That's it. Those are all these steps. Because the only thing that the worker does is bring logs over. So long as the building has logs, it'll run. So, oh wait, there's another step. Step 3.5. Set your engine to prioritize building by haulers. So what is happening here, you may ask? Well, the simple answer is the engine needs logs to produce power. it does not need an employee to produce power. So as long as you have someone bringing logs to the engine, which is what the employee normally does, then you don't actually need an employee in the engine because the haulers will bring it. So long as it's a priority, you don't have to rely on the worker at all because that worker can just be a hauler so long as you have sufficient enough haulers to do the job. So long as they bring the logs and put the logs in, it'll keep spinning regardless of the employee. You just saved yourself one employee. Congratulations. If you don't have enough haulers, don't try this because your engines will stop. This only works if you have enough haulers. Also, make sure your hauling posts are higher in workplace priority relative to the engines, because otherwise it'll get all messed up. The secondary advantage of this is that the haulers can carry more logs than the employee can, because they get a bonus to how much they can carry. This has been Tip Time with Morrow. Also, give credit to Mr. Stone in the comments, because he's the one that mentioned that you could do this. This isn't a Morrow system creation. Or maybe it is. The Morrow system takes all. It absorbs everything. It's like the blob. The Morrow system is the blob. All right, back tank is dry. We're pausing all these pumps. We have 50,000 water with 15 days to go. I don't know. It is what it is. It's hard to really gauge where we're at because we lost so much water during the wet season due to accidental flooding that was in no way my fault. I know this is gonna seem wasteful, but I was gonna pump out this tiny amount of water in there, but I actually don't. I should do it. I should pump it out. I was just gonna let it spill, but I guess I should do it. It's just a lot of building for like an itty bitty amount of water, you know? But I don't want anyone coming back at me being like, hey, remember that time you deleted all the water? Yeah. Yeah, you remember that? How do your beavers feel about it now, since they're dying right now? Do they feel good about it? Was that a good choice that you made? Alright, once that's drained out, we can blow this down and figure something out. I don't really know. Well, just checking on the mine over here to make sure that our productivity before was like 30 or 40% or something really low. But now it's at 93%, which means that we're actually burning through our scrap metal very effectively. I did make it a priority also, just to make sure that this was just running as much as possible. Because right now we have 7 smelters going, which is a lot. That's more than this actually produces in scrap metal. But we also had like a bunch of leftover scrap, so it's kind of like just trying to balance that out. But once we get even or neutral or whatever, then I'm gonna pause one smelter, and this should just be running smoothly. But for now, I don't know. We just crunch as much metal as we can, you know. My brain is having a little brainy spasm as I was swirling around doing a lot of this to the map, just trying to think about things. And I had a thought about this. Now we can't put tanks here, but we do have some extra road to work with. And this is always going to be green, because that's always going to be green. See where I'm going with this? I'm going to put some stairs there, connect it with the road, and possibly have a little activity. Also, I suppose we should rebuild this little area, huh? It's been through too much stress to not go back to its former glory, I think. I don't know, but we can at least we can put our little roofs back, make it look nice. That way, it's like, you know, like nothing ever happened. Like you didn't cause just an endless amount of destruction and waste. Definitely not. Okay, so the road reaches to there. That is tight. So what I was thinking of, I might as well tell you, because I'm not sure if I want to do it now. I was thinking of putting the tapper shack over here. By blowing this all the way down and doing like pines over here, I guess, for the pine syrup, because we don't really use a lot of it. And or pine sap, not syrup. And it would actually fit pretty perfectly. Like this would be a pretty good square for it. And that means like this whole area could be utilized for something else. Cuz like if you look at how many trees he's actually using. Like it's like 4, 7. Like, it's nothing. This Tapper Shack man, where you at, Tapper? I see him. I see you. I see you there. He's right there. Tapper Shack man, he doesn't have a whole lot of work to do. Let's just put it that way. So why has he got all these trees? Who's that? Alex. Hello, Alex. Your grandfather died recently. Oh, yeah. So we don't need all these. Like, these are all a giant waste right now. We do need it. We need but just not this much. This is like a dumb amount of it. Like, such a waste of space. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually, after I just said that, after that being a waste of space, I'm just thinking, like, we could easily just mix some pine trees in here, because, like, the maple syrup trees are also, look, it's like this is the only circle that they're doing. So if we, oh, that's real pretty looking. Oh, that looks real nice. I don't know. Ooh. So I got distracted. We could just mix some pine trees in here, and they would pick them when they're not picking maple syrup. I'm not sure if that's worth it, because that might ruin the look of the area. So I'll take opinions on that. What do you guys think? Question of the episode. Question of the day. Should we mix pine trees in here, or just leave it as maples and put pine trees somewhere else with a Tapper Shack man? Somewhere else, not here. What do you guys think? Let me know. So I guess this area is going to have to wait, is what I've arrived at. Is that this is not the time to blow this out, unfortunately. Just a quick tip time with Morrow update for you guys. These have been running on their own with no employees 4 days. Not 4 days, but like 4 many days. FOR. Without a problem. So, it's cool. I mean, that basically saves us like 8 employees, because we have 8 engines. 9 engines? We have 9 engines. That saves us 9 employees. Just throwing that out there. Just saying. Alright? This is finally pumped out, and we can destroy it. Goodbye. Who's that? Gian. What was that? He just like was standing there like contemplating his life. Alright, we can destroy that, and then we have to blow that down. Can this... Okay. It's too far from builders. Yeah. There you... Oh, no, wait. That actually is too far from builders. Shit. Because it's too high. I thought it was the same level. Well, that's annoying. Alright, there we go. Whatever. Materials don't matter at this point. I am spotting a bit of an issue here, though. We have quite a bit of area that's still just natural ground. And that's going to stop the greenery from spreading as far as it needs to. So we got 12 days, and I really I'd like to get that done. Let's empty this out, get as much as we can. That's not enough, is it? All right, I'm gonna have to put pumps in here, get all the water out, and we're on a tight schedule actually, because once the wet season comes, it's gonna be a real mess if this is not dealt with by then. I guess we can only fit the 2 pumps. Okay. Make that a high priority, and that should be built pretty quickly. And then we'll pump it out, and we can blow this wall down. We can actually work on this wall now. Alright, I'm going to let him plant these 2 first, and then we'll start. Releasing all that water from back there caused flooding. Shocker. Alright, I kept saying I was going to do it, and I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to levy that off. Make it look kind of cool and nice. And that way there's just a little less chance for spillover and mess. I'm going to have to do it in stages. Otherwise, I got to build platforms, and that's annoying. Oh. Okay, I didn't realize that there was still a dam there. I was like, why is there water sitting here and not being transferred over? And that's also why it spilled. Ay. There we go. Now it's going. Now it's moving. Now it's moving. I missed the dam. Oh, so that whole time that this was flooding, there was still a dam there. No, I'm not No, I'm not doing it. I'm not overthinking it. I'm leaving it. It is the way it is. I'm not redoing any of this. No. Nope. Absolutely not. Oh, that makes me upset, though. Oh, that makes me mad. It's possible we could have fixed it. Possible that getting rid of these would have been fine, and it wouldn't have flooded like it did. Oh, no, no. Resist, resist, Boro, resist. Willpower. Don't hate me, you guys. Don't hate me, please. I love y'all. Don't do it. I just need to know. I need to know if it would have worked. That's all. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay? We're just gonna see. We're just gonna see if during the wet season it ends up flooding again. If it doesn't, then we're gonna do this and leave it on this back. Just the backside. Just the backside. That's all. That's all. Okay? Okay? No big deal. I know you like the spread of that greenery. Might even do an instant replay. Alright, that's built, so now we can put this block. Is that sufficient, or should we put another one there? Oh, we'll see once it's built. Since we're over here, let's check out our hanging bridge to nowhere. The bridge to nowhere! Someone did mention that this bridge was kind of like a diving board into the log storage, which just made me think of Scrooge McDuck and him diving into his pile of money, and this is basically just the beaver equivalent. Although it doesn't actually reach, so that's unfortunate. But that's a pretty bridge to nowhere. Oh yeah. All right, now. Ooh, wow. Okay, delete tool. You were a little too over enthusiastic. Calm down. So that's getting pumped out. What are we down to? That's 4 below, so it still need. Yeah, it just needs to go all the way. Unfortunately, that's a mixed bag, because once this is pumped out, we can actually tell how far it's reaching. I mean, it's reaching to down to here, so that's not super far. I'm just trying to think. I mean, we would basically need. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how much water I'm like willing to invest over here, because it's not a lot. It's possible that we could just cut this area out, like blow this whole chunk down. And then this would be a farm right here. Like, it's not huge, but that's still a decent chunk of timber. I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought. So here's an interesting situation. We're running low on dynamite. Now, that's partially because we've been blowing a bunch of stuff up. But it's also because we're using the efficient version of, or the efficient recipe. There's the regular recipe and the efficient one. The efficient one uses explosives and gets twice as much scrap metal out of the mountain. So we're using explosives for that quite a bit. Because that's one every just about 2 hours. This produces one every 3 hours. So if we only have 2 running, we're running at a loss of explosives? So we're producing... Oh, no, not a little loss. Okay. My math was broken in my brain. So if we just average it out, every 6 hours, we use 3 sticks of dynamite here. And between the 2 of these, we're producing 4 sticks of dynamite every 6 hours. Not a lot of overhead there. Not a ton of surplus for us to be blowing stuff up. So I think we got to go back to making more. So we're gonna get rid of gear factory and drop another explosives factory here. I mean, I was wondering why we had so little. And I mean, before it didn't really matter because we weren't burning through most of that. I mean, the mine wasn't running at 100% efficiency, but now it is, and so now it kind of matters. Which also means we might need to turn up some of our paper production, but we'll see. I wonder if that's enough. Is that going to be enough for our activities? I mean, well, I guess we'll see. All right, we got 9 days to go, and I want to get this done. So, trying to think of what's going to be the best way. All right, we're gonna delete that. Start out. Get rid of that. We're doing like a little reverse Moro system. Stick a bridge there. They'll be able to build it from here, and then once they do that, we can bridge over in this area. That's still gonna leave this stump over here, but we'll deal with that after. Shouldn't be too hard. All right, I guess it's gonna leave 2 little areas over here, because the bridge needs a walkway. All right, screw it. We're just gonna do it. The faster we do it, the faster it's done. That's what somebody's father always used to say. Probably. That seems like a dad thing. And then we're just gonna dynamite that. We're gonna dynamite it to this level, and then that way the earth isn't blocking the greenery from spreading, and we'll see how far it actually goes. And I know it's a little cheesy, but we can also blow this corner down. It feels a little cheesy for there to be water in there, and then like blow the entire corner down and water not leak out, because like the corners are touching, and so the water doesn't move through. Like, in reality, it would, since there's no connection there, really, you know, but whatever. It's almost drained out, so it's almost down to the bottom. So by the time this gets to the bottom, he won't even notice. It's okay. I feel okay about it. I'd also like to show the effect of the new smelters. As you can see, our tree situation is, well, our supply is actually fine right now. Like, our storage is basically full. However, if you'll look, we certainly are mowing this down. There was a bigger, the border was a lot bigger in between and everything before, especially this side. This side has the priority set for haulers, so they mowed the whole area down like real quick. So while it might seem like we have plenty of lumber right now, that's not really the case, because as soon as these extra trees are gone, we're actually going to start, like, our supplies are going down. Our storage, we have a buffer of these trees that are alive, and it's slowly disappearing. Like, they're not, you can see the forester on this side is not even able to plant them properly. And on this side, too. This side, look at that, there's still trees. So the forester's not keeping up. So that's all. The growth is not fast enough to we got more, it's bad. Bad production versus use. Is bad. That's the technical term. I'm not gonna bother with little slowdowns or camera angles or anything. This is not fun. This is business. We're doing business right now, and business gotta get done. Hey, it's dry. Okay. I guess we'll just get rid of those. Goodbye, guys. And I guess that gives us an extra walkway over. Well, no, we should finish this. All right, time to fill it in. And actually, if we draw a road over here, they'll build the first 2 levels like real fast, and then we just got to do this part. We got 8 days to do it in. Again. Why are these not being built? What are these beavers doing? What you doing, beavers? Let's go. Chop, chop. Chippity chap. Chop, chap. We're getting there. We're getting there. By the seat of our pants, we're getting there. Almost. We still got to do this. This part's, like, not even that frightening anymore. I'm mostly scared for this part. Maybe we should just not even build this. No. We're going to let them do it. We're going to let them do it as quick as they can. Alright, that's the last one there, so we can build that back up real quick. Yep. And now we only got 6 days, and this is... Is that good enough? Is it good enough? I mean, I guess they still got to build that out. I don't know, this is stressful. Yeah, you know what? That's good enough. The question is, can they reach? Yeah, they can. Okay. They can do it diagonally. Perfect. Perfect. Now to just babysit this and make sure that they do it. And it's done. And fill it real quick. Yes, there we go. Hey. Things got accomplished on time. Sort of. They were accomplished within time. I think that's more accurate. Alright, so that just has to be sealed up now. And... man, I don't even remember what we were doing, honestly. At this point, I guess at this point, we got 4.5 days to go. So, I think we're just going to skip to the wet season to see how much of this is going to be green. And I guess we're going to do a little wet season montage. In which case, it's montage time. And that's the end of the wet season, and it could have gone smoother. I need some input from you guys. How should we handle the back forest area? I'm not sure. Should I build some sort of aqueduct back there? Or something? I don't know. What's the answer? Should I blow down the back of it? It's a lot of questions. Let me know about the Tapper Shack situation, and just let me know what you think overall. But aside from that, I love you guys. I'm Moro. Like the video, subscribe if you're not, and I'll catch you guys next time.